Hello, this is Dr. Darren Schmidt at the Nutritional Healing Center of Ann Arbor. This video is about new advancements in detoxification. So, if you've seen some of my videos, you'll know that I had black mold poisoning. It settled in my heart, and the pain was quite severe right here. And I went on a 4-month detox program. I could feel the pain leave that area, and it moved over to my armpit. So there's all that lymphatic system right here, the lymph nodes. And I was very happy about that. Now, with that particular detox protocol, I had to stop it because I had a few days of diarrhea, so I just gave my body a break and I stopped it, and I figured I'm going to move my office, and then once I get into the new place, then I'll start detoxing again with the same protocol. In the meantime, this came, and this is a company, I've talked about them once before, Cellcore Biosciences. And I mentioned a product that they have called Para 1. They also have Para 2. And by the way, these are still the best products that I've seen for getting rid of tapeworms and mucoid plaques. Just today I got a patient telling me that she eliminated a 4-foot tapeworm by taking Para 1. So now this is called Biotoxin Binder. So here's what happened. I started taking 2 before bed, and I did this for about, I think, 4 or 5 days. And I woke up in the morning, each morning, feeling funky. I didn't feel so good. And I would lay in bed sort of grumpy, not wanting to get out of bed. And what would happen, this is very interesting, and I've had this happen with about 5 or 6 patients now, where later in the day, like 2 p.m. or 4 p.m., they go to the bathroom and they have a bowel movement, and then they come up, they stand up from the toilet feeling great, like they're ready to take on the world. And this happened with me for those 4 or 5 days, and that was very interesting. So I called up, I know the 2 owners of the company, I called one of them up, and I told him, hey, look, I'm taking 2 before bed, and I wake up, I feel bad. What do I do? And he said, well, just take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. It has a 12 to 18 hour half-life in the body. So when you have it just a little bit, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the detoxification is very gradual and very gradient, as opposed to taking 2 and then having everything dump out over the course of the 12 to 18 hours, and then doing it again at the 24-hour mark. So this has been brilliant, and it took this pain from here. So my pain was here when I first started detoxing. It moved over to here, and I also had my left shoulder was being pulled forward because the muscles were all irritated. So it removed this pain, and it straightened out my shoulder. And I've been really happy with the results. So I just take 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and just be consistent with it. And I've been absolutely thrilled. So they have another product that's related. It's called HM-ET Binder, and that stands for Heavy Metal Environmental Toxin Binder. So the Biotoxin Binder is more for mold and the mucus and pus that comes from organisms, and ammonia. It cleans all that up. Mycotoxins from the mold, whereas this is heavy metals and glyphosate, meaning Roundup, which is pervasive. So similar philosophy to the Biotoxin Binder. So let's go over what we currently know about detoxification, and then what the advancements are that this company has. Okay, so now I'm talking about the nutrients that are you take them by mouth, and they go in your body and they grab things and they pull them out. I'm not talking about glutathione or other nutrients that go inside the cell, that are inside the cells, and they work and they detoxify from within. I'm talking about grabbing things and pulling them out. So currently, this is what detoxification products have in common with this theory of let's grab it and pull it out. Number 1, the base is some sort of special dirt. Okay, fulvic acid, humic acid, bentonite clay, charcoal, activated charcoal, carbon 60. There's Restore. I've talked about Restore. There's a product called the Miracle. These all are basically solid or liquid concentrated special dirt. Okay, now these products have carbon chains. All right, organic chemistry is all about carbon. So if you have a carbon chain that's short versus long, it has a different effect on the body. But there's different sized carbon chains in all these products. And these products are basically a lattice structure that sweeps and captures toxins from the body. And they also contain naturally occurring metals. So it could have mercury in it. It could have cadmium. It could have aluminum. That's what happens when you dig stuff up from the dirt. Metals are in the dirt. But it's naturally occurring. Remember this, because I'm going to talk about this later. Naturally occurring. Okay. This is my second page and my last page. All right. Now here's the advancements, and I learned this from Cellcore Biosciences. There are gradients of carbon chains in their products. So here's a small carbon chain, here's medium, here's large. And they set up a concentration gradient. So there's more small, there's less medium, and then there's less large. These small chains go into the cells, into the brain, and grab the toxins. The medium chain goes into the body, but not in the cell, and not into the brain. It stays in the extracellular space, around the tissues, in the tissues, but not in the cell. The large chains stay in the colon. So it's like a big catcher's mitt throughout your whole body, and it ends up in your colon. So that's why I would have a bowel movement in the afternoon and stand up from the toilet like I'm ready to take on the world, because I had all these toxins accumulating in the large intestine, and my nervous system didn't like it, and my body didn't like it. So when I eliminated it out, I felt fantastic. Okay, now this company has 35 different sizes of carbon chains, and they measured it so that there's more of the small ones and less of the large ones, so you got this concentration gradient. This detoxification process can occur. Okay, another advancement is that on these carbon chains you have hydrogen and oxygen. That's just how it goes. But they manipulate the oxygen and hydrogen to increase or decrease the energy of that chain, of that molecule. So the more energy they have, you might target certain cell parts or certain organs. So they're actually targeting where the chain goes to clean. So as an example, the more hydrogen attached to this chain, or to this chain, the more energy it has. And so think of it this way, talking about pH, talking about acidity versus alkalinity. Alkaline stuff melts things. Acidic stuff burns things. Okay, it's like ice. It's like ice melting versus fire raging. Okay, now you want fire. That's energy. So these molecules have to have energy to work. Here's the next thing that they did. They added nutrients and herbs to the carbon chains. So the first thing that happens is those nutrients and herbs are then donated to the body. Okay, the carbon chains are also donated to the body, but the naturally occurring metals that occur in the pill, in the special dirt, they stay stuck there, and they are used to attract other metals. So I don't know if you ever played with mercury, the droplets. If you have mercury droplets and you push them together, they attract to each other. And so the naturally occurring metals that are in these pills help attract metals from your body, and it all gets bound up and it all gets eliminated. So I have a lot of confidence in saying this because, I mean, first of all of these products here have metals in them. And I know there's one that I used to work with, and the company had started making this one product back in the 40s. But they recently quit selling it because they were afraid of the metals, thinking that people were getting toxic from it. No, that's not how it works. The metals stay locked in those lattices, and it attracts other metals to it. Okay, so now I had mentioned that they can manipulate the oxygen and hydrogens to target cell parts and organs. So check this out. They made a product called Bowel Mover that targets your intestines. It cleans your intestines. Here's another one called Kidney and Liver Detox. So when I look at the ingredients, it's got their proprietary blend of carbon complexes, carbon chains, and it also has milk thistle, colonosoni root, beetroot, marshmallow, and acetylcysteine for detoxing and helping the major organs of detox, kidney and liver. Here's another one, Lymphatic Detox. So looking at the ingredients, it's got the bioactive carbon complex. It's got that, what I'm talking about. They also put in turkey rhubarb, sheep sorrel, burdock, slippery elm, astragalus, graviola for the lymphatic system. And then the last one is Lymphatic Binder. Now, the two owners of this company took this to Dr. Dietrich Klinghardt. He's like the world's premier holistic MD. He's got the Sophia Institute in Seattle. And they visited him a couple months ago, and they brought this formula to him. They brought the actual product to him. And he did the muscle testing procedure that he does on every Lyme patient in his vicinity, in his clinic, in that day. And he was really impressed by this product. So viruses, radiation, chemical binder, and good for Lyme too. And those intracellular organisms that I talked about a couple weeks ago, here's the link right here. It's the center of the onion. When your holistic doctor is peeling back the layers of the onion, what's in the center? It's an organism inside the cells. Okay, how do you get that out? Right now, this is an excellent, excellent option for removing the intracellular organisms. Lymphatic Binder. So there you go. These are the advancements in detoxification. This type of science right here is pretty new. My two friends that own this company, they're scientists. I met him a couple weeks ago. Brilliant. He had a combination carbon chain that was really very acidic. He loaded it up with hydrogens, and the pH was 1.0. That's very acidic. Your stomach acid pH goes down to 1.5, maybe 1.0. Okay, so your body can handle it. He injected this straight into his arm, right into his bloodstream. And the body just dealt with it and converted the acidity to alkalinity, and it was totally fine. So, but this has a lot of power, a lot of energy because of the extra hydrogens added to it. So I just wanted to keep you updated on the advancements of detoxification. And I've talked about before, there's three main causes of chronic disease. Toxicity is one of them. And I've been super happy with the results of this Biotoxin Binder for myself and my patients. And I'm excited about working with these other new products that they just released for kidney, lymphatic, liver, bowel. So now you know the best of the best in the latest of detoxification. And if you like this information, please give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and also hit the bell because YouTube doesn't notify everybody. Even if you hit the bell, you may not get a notification that I put a video up. So I need you to subscribe and hit the bell and whatever else it takes for you to get a notification. All right, thanks.